One of the best ways to tone your deck's power level down is to have a weaker commander in the command zone. Even if you swear up and down that your Corvold Fake Cursed King Aristocrats deck isn't that scary, people will still consider you to be the archenemy. Which is fair because Corvold is a frighteningly powerful commander. And the other solid Jund Aristocrats commander, Prosh Skyraider of Kerr, isn't exactly a slouch either. Which is why I was excited to see Zatoria as one of the new legends in Streets of New Capenna. Zatoria the Incinerator leads the Riveteers, one of the 5 crime families in New Capenna. They are the tough as nails construction workers, as comfortable pounding nails or pounding faces. The Riveteers are also demolition pros, which means we can probably expect a lot of sacrifice effects from them, evident in their family leader. Zatoria the Incinerator is a 6-mana 6/6 legendary demon dragon with flying. Additionally, at the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, Zatoria deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to any target, and you generate 3 treasure tokens. Now, no one is arguing that Zatoria is as strong as Corvold or even Prosh, but that's not the point. Sometimes, you want a slightly weaker commander in the command zone so people leave you alone for a bit. Especially in an Aristocrats deck. Aristocrats is not a fast archetype. You will not be winning on turn 3. Instead, you slowly gain incremental value as more and more triggered abilities appear on the field. Eventually, you sacrifice 12 creatures in a single turn and deal lethal damage to everyone's face, because you have a Blood Artist, Dina Soulsteeper, and a Zulaport Cutthroat on board. Aristocrats can also be difficult to pilot, especially for new commander players. You need sacrifice outlets, sacrifice fodder, and sacrifice effects. Without all 3 of these pieces, your deck doesn't really function. Additionally, since this will probably end up being a personal deck list of mine, there won't be a budget for this deck list. I'll keep each card under $50, but I don't want to try and limit myself when building a deck I intend to play. Before we get into our deck list, let's keep in mind our checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, 1 sudden I win card. So let's take a look at our token generators. The easiest things to sacrifice are tokens, so to start we have Chatterfang Squirrel General, Scute Swarm, Tendershoot Dryad, Avenger of Zendikar, and Beladros Witherbloom. For creatures with great death triggers we have Jury, Master of the Review, Atsushi, Blazing Sky, Kura, the Boundless Sky, and Junji, the Midnight Sky. Our sacrifice outlets include Viscera Seer, Ruthless Technomancer, and Dina Soulsteeper. For Aristocrat payoffs we've got Blood Artist, Zulaport Cutthroat, Bastion of Remembrance, Vindictive Vampire, Poison Chip Archer, and Mayhem Devil. Finally, cards that are synergistic with our strategy, we have Mazarek, Crowl Death Priest, Pitiless Plunderer, and Vivian on the Hunt. Ob Nixilis the Adversary also serves as token generation, or just a value engine, but also an on-cast sacrifice outlet. Finally, as a card that works very well with our commander, a Natural Growth. For interaction, we're running the new Riveteers Charm, which serves as our first piece of graveyard hate. Assassin's Trophy, Beast Within, Naturalize, Abrade, Abrupt Decay, Bedevil, Terminate, Artifact Mutation, Casualties of War, Decimate, and Binding of the Old Gods. Our board wipes include Black Sun's Zenith, Blasphemous Act, and Pernicious Deed. To ensure we always have a handful of cards, we've got Cut the Prophets, Deadly Dispute, Village Rites, Moldavine Reclamation, Phyrexian Arena, Demonic Tutor, and Liliana Dreadhorde General. And though we don't have a ton of graveyard recursion, we are running Journey to Eternity, Victimize, and Eternal Witness. Our mana rocks consist of Soul Ring and Arcane Signet, along with Ignoble Hierarch as our sole mana dork. We also have a Tireless Provisioner to make extra treasure tokens, or clue tokens if we need the card draw. Azusa Lost But Seeking and Wayward Swordtooth let us play additional lands per turn, while Cultivate, Sakura Tribe Elder, and Farseek fetch us lands. Orcish Lumberjack pairs nicely with Ramunap Excavator and Crucible of Worlds, but those two also work very well with fetch lands. As far as fetch lands go, we have 6 fetch lands: Verdant Catacombs, Wooded Foothills, Bloodstained Mire, Windswept Heath, Marsh Flats, and Misty Rainforest. This deck is predominantly green, so we have a couple more forest-focused fetches than we do swamps or mountains. Additionally, we have the usual Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Ziatora's Proving Ground, Savage Lands, Bajuka Bog for our second piece of graveyard aid, Myriad Landscape for additional ramp, Fabled Passage, Evolving Wilds, and Terramorphic Expanse for mana fixing, Overgrown Tomb, Stomping Ground, Blood Crypt, Woodland Chasm, Highland Forest, Sulphurous Mire, 5 Swamps, 4 Mountains, and 8 Forests. So let's see how our deck compares to our checklist. 52 mana sources, 38 lands and 14 pieces of ramp, counting our commander, 10 pieces of card advantage, 13 pieces of spot removal, counting our commander, 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, no sudden I win cards, but that's okay. As I stated earlier, Aristocrats is about incremental value, not suddenly winning out of nowhere. So the deck checks all the boxes we want to and is a lot of fun to play. I'm excited for when Streets of New Capenna comes out, as I intend to swap out my Corvold for Zatoria. She's a lot friendlier and less of a threat at the table, so I can't wait to try her out. What commander from Streets of New Capenna are you most excited to build? Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, there's a link to her Fiverr page below. I'm doing a push and trying to post new videos every weekday for the next few months, so look forwards to lots of new videos in the near future. Or you can click here for more Commander content. I've also started a Patreon. You can click the link below or go to patreon.com/Danon. Stay safe and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.